Hello, good morning children. This is MD Ramzan Beg. I am going to teach you 8th class English, first unit of lesson. In the previous class, you have come to learn in the lesson the tattered blanket. There are three characters. Mother, she is an old woman, and her eldest daughter, and a son. His name is Gopi. And her eldest daughter name is Kamala. Children, I think you have come back to this lesson. So remaining part of this lesson, I am going to teach you. All of you get ready with the textbook. That is the page number. In the previous class, we stopped at page number 5. At page number 5, lost 2 lines. I am going back to the 2 lines. All of you see them. What happened in the story? Can you rewind? Just recall the story here. Gopi came from far away to his village and to his home. But here, mother, she is a forgettable woman. She could not get her memory. And she always asks a question in different ways about her son. Even though Gopi introduces himself. Sister Kamala, she tells the poor condition of her mother. These are the things and incidents happened in the previous class. Now let me come back, or let me come to the next part of the lesson here. I'm coming in the page number 5. Lost 2 lines, you see them. I don't know how I can bring back her memory. Gopi's sister said to him exasperatedly. Gopi placed his briefcase on the tinner. He opened it and pulled out the contents, clothes, files, a shaving set. So that Gopi's sister, she became some irritation. Why? Because she told that Kamala told that how it is possible, how can she bring back her memory, mother's memory. With some irritation, she gave the information to her brother. And at the time, Gopi was sitting on the tinna and he opened his briefcase. Some items are there. He took out that items and kept that. Next page, you come to the next page, page number 6. You see them? Do you know my son Gopi? Amma asked him. He is in Delhi, a government officer. He has Kesari Yogam. He draws a salary of 2,500 rupees. Do you know him? She asked. Mother asked her son about Gopi, but that means what we have to understand. Mother lost her memory. Yes, I know him, Gopi said. Tell him to send me a blanket. There is a cold mist in the mornings. If I catch a cold, it does not leave me for a long time. Tell him to send a blanket, won't you? A red one. I had a blanket, the one he brought for me when he was studying in Madras. It is all tattered one, just a ball of knotted yarn. Now, just a ball of knotted yarn. Tell him to send me a red blanket, will you? Mother, she tells about her blanket which became very old and which was torn, which is just separated with threads. Yarn meaning also I will give you. Yarn means thread here, and she is talking about that old blanket which has torn. It is in poor condition. She once upon a time when he was studying, that means Gopi was studying in Madras, he brought his mother a blanket that it became very old and also it was torn. Its condition was very bad. So once if she gets the cold, it would continue for a long time. That is why she is telling about her poor condition. Now let me come back. I tell him, he nodded. Please don't forget to tell him. The mist is one good for me. I think I will stretch myself out for a bit. I have been sitting too long in the armchair. I have a pain in the neck. She told this thing. She has some pain in the neck. For a long time she was sitting. That is why she wants to lie on the armchair. Gopi's sister put Amma to bed and came back to the veranda. Later, you didn't come to see Amma, did you? That sister asked her brother. Delhi is too expensive. You know, I have 4 children to look after now. I can't make both ends meet with my salary. And one has to keep up one's status. It will be a great help. I can raise some money by selling my share of the family property. I came to talk it over with you. That Gopi said this one. That means his salary, which is not suitable, which is not just enough for him, just it is enough that money is just enough for him to buy the things which he needs. Here one idiomatic expression given to you, that it is a phrase, can't make both ends meet with. It's a meaning. That means he cannot adjust with the salary, that it is not sufficient for his family, because he had 4 children. And one has to keep up one's status also, because he was living in Delhi. That is why he wants to maintain his status as an officer, so that his salary, it could not sufficient for him. That is why he came to his home place to discuss about the property, to take his share and to sell it. Now let me come back. You will sell your land and go away with the money. I know you won't come back anymore after that. You won't come back here anymore after that, Kamala said to her brother. After taking the share, after selling that property, he won't come back. She expected like this, because why? Because you see that. Don't say that I will come when I get time. Your time? He saw the irritation on his sister's face. So while talking like this, Kamala, Gopi's sister, her face was in irritation. He observed this thing. It took you more than 5 years to find time to come here. Amma is 83. Amma is 83 now. I don't think she will pull on much longer. It took you so long to visit her after the long time. So his sister is reminding after 5 years that brother came here, and Gopi, he took the long time to come back his home. It took her for 5 years of time. That is why she is telling very simply that mother, she could not, she will no longer pull. That means she cannot continue her life for that much time. It takes a long time. She is reminding the position and condition of Gopi. But Amma cannot remember who I am, he said, smiling feebly. Feebly means in a weak manner, very dull manner, Feebly, feebly. So he said that Amma cannot remember who I am, who he was. But do you remember your Amma? That Kamala, sister, asked her brother whether he remembers his mother. So the ending and conclusion of this story is very interestingly, and she asked the question in a satirical way, asking the question to her brother. So this story, children, you see, once again you read that story, a few new words are there in this story. Kamala Dasa writer Kamala Das, she has written very interestingly which is happening nowadays in our families, neighboring families, and somewhere in the society. So this is a good story. So what I want to say that children, the tattered blanket is nothing but mother has a blanket. It was torn. It became very old, but she wants a new one. She has lost her memory. Even she has a young son. He would not help her, and this is the condition of the small families nowadays. That is why the tattered blanket is a very interesting story. And in continuation to that, I am coming to the grammar part. Children, now let me come to the grammar part, which is given in your textbook at page number 8. End of the page, grammar is given to you. That is phrases and noun phrases. First of all, let me introduce you what is a phrase. You listen this phrase and a noun phrase. Both are given here. First, in the beginning, you must know what is the phrase. Phrase is a group of words. What is the phrase? It is a group of words which has more than one word. Which has more than one word, that it is called a phrase. And you see one example sentence here written: a bald, fat, middle-aged man. A bald, fat, middle-aged man. Here, last word is man. This is a noun, and remaining rest of these words are describing this noun. So you see that I repeat what words are given here: a, bald, fat, middle-aged. A is an adjective. Bald is also an adjective, fat is also an adjective, middle-aged is also an adjective. These group of words which is called a phrase, these are describing a noun. And the last, what is the word given in this sentence is noun. What is the noun here? Man. Man is a noun. So the important thing in this sentence is noun, which is the noun man. So this group of words are describing the man. So the important thing is here man. So all these words are describing a noun. That is why this phrase is called a noun phrase. That means a phrase which describes a noun. I repeat that. A phrase which describes a noun, that it is called a noun phrase. I think that you understand here. Which describes a noun, that all group of words that are called phrases, and that phrases are describing noun. That phrase is describing the noun. That is why it is called a noun phrase. I think that you understand that. Phrase and a noun phrase. Now some examples are given in page number 9. You can also see there. Check your book then. Some blanks are given to you that I am going to read. Complete the sentences with the noun phrases using the words given in the brackets. Do you see them? There are 4 sentences. I am going to read out. You can see that sentences, those I have written here, you can also see in your textbook there. Children, get ready to see in your textbook here. First one I am going to read out. I bought. In bracket given a different group of words that are. That means a phrase is given to you. In meaningfully, you have to arrange these words. Those are given in bracket. I repeat that. I bought. In bracket, what are given here? You see there, beautiful, a, umbrella, red. Can you arrange this phrase or group of words in a meaningful way? Can you do that? Try to say that. I bought a beautiful red umbrella. Is it correct? I bought a beautiful red umbrella. This is the group of words and a noun phrase. In this noun phrase, What is the noun here? It given here. Umbrella is the noun. Am I right? Umbrella is the noun. This word comes in the end of the sentence, and remaining words are describing words. That is the phrase. What are that? A beautiful red umbrella. Umbrella is a noun. So noun phrase here it is called. Next, let me come to the second sentence here. We saw in the zoo. We saw dash in the zoo. Some blank is given to you. In bracket you see baby, a, elephant, of, couple. Baby, a, elephant, of, couple. Can you arrange this in a proper and meaningful way, meaningful phrase? You imagine, you think then how to arrange this? So I think that you can arrange this like this. We saw a couple of baby elephants. Couple of baby elephants. That it is not elephant, elephants. Plural form it is. So this is the correct phrase. So last, what is the noun here? Elephants is the noun. Am I right? So it is called the noun phrase. Remaining words are describing the noun. That is why it is called the noun phrase. Third one also, see that our grandfather lives in, some blank is given. In bracket, big house, a stone built. You arrange this phrase, and that means group of words in a proper manner, in meaningful phrase. How can you change that? Can you say that our grandfather lives in a big stone built house? House is a noun. Am I right? So remaining words, these are describing the house. That is why this phrase is called a noun phrase. Am I right? I repeat that. Our grandfather lives in a big stone built house. And the last one, fourth one, you see that Ramya has a dash. The blank is given. In bracket you see the nice a sari silk. Some words are given. Phrase, you arrange that words in the proper way, in a proper meaningful way. How can you change? How can you write them? Ramya has a nice silk sari. So what is the noun here? Sari. So remaining words are nice, silk, a nice silk. These are describing the noun. What is the noun here? Sari. So describing words are there that is called a phrase. That phrase is describing noun, one noun, so that it is called a noun phrase. Children, I think that you understand what is the phrase, what is a noun phrase. You can understand and you can find the many other sentences from your lesson, that it is named the tattered blanket. While reading the lesson, you can get that noun phrases. Am I right? You note down them in your notebook and practice them. Okay, let me see you the next class in the next video.